Hey guys, it's Charlie. February the 18th. I'm listening to the radio right now, and about 55 minutes ago, a plane flew into a building in Austin, Texas, a building complex, office complex, and on Fox Radio, they had the fire chief giving a press conference, and he even said, they're still early in the firefight, trying to put out the fire, and the reporters were asking questions: was this intentional? Was it an accident? And even the fire chief said, we've been on scene for less than an hour, for only about an hour, so we don't know. I mean, everything's preliminary right now. Well, during that interview, the Fox station interrupted and said the NTSB, National Transportation Safety Board, is ruling this as intentional. They said they're investigating it as a pilot lit his house on fire in Austin and then flew his plane into this complex, which housed an IRS office. I find it really bizarre that an hour-old crash is already getting calls from the NTSB saying they're declaring it as an intentional act, and that this guy caught his house on fire first across town, and then flew his plane into the IRS building. Really bizarre, really convenient, really fast. All right. Well, the plane crash in Austin is now about an hour and 30 minutes old, and I've heard Timothy McVeigh references 3 times on the radio, and domestic terrorist at least a half a dozen times being talked about on the radio.
He's probably birther on the right. Here's a 9/11 truther. He hasn't killed anybody, but I certainly don't agree with his policies. Now, I put Deb Medina up. She's running for governor in Texas. It's really not fair, but I just don't have any name or any famous person that is a 9/11 truther on the right, but they're there. Deb Medina, who is running for governor of Texas, is really here just like Barack Obama is. It's okay. It's okay. No, it wasn't okay when Barack Obama had him over here, because this man is dangerous. He hasn't done anything, but he's not somebody who believes in the republic. He doesn't believe that our system is good. It's just been corrupted and needs to be reset. No. Dangerous. I don't care if he's on the left or on the right. And these people, no matter who they are, it could be a Republican, it could be George Bush, it doesn't matter. Lindsey Graham, I don't care who it is. These people must not excuse birthers. Now, I suppose on the right you could say we've had Timothy McVeigh. But on the left, we've had William Ayers and we have Jeff Jones. These are the Weather Underground bombers. These guys have been excused by politicians. Not just Barack Obama, but here in New York, Jeff Jones is part of the Apollo Alliance. Helped writing the stimulus package. Helping the state of New York spend the stimulus package. He blew buildings up, and so did he. So did he. Just like today. Just like today. No difference. This man must be condemned. They have no place around politics. And while all of these people will excuse, because it's fuel, they'll just excuse radicals. Because, I don't really listen to them. And besides, they really believe it. They get out and they really make a difference. They're a danger to the republic. Every single politician, every single one, must distance themselves from radicals. They must distance themselves from radicals because they're just as dangerous as this man.
Hey guys, there you go. I mean, there you have the anatomy of a tragedy in the United States of pop culture. It's got to start at the beginning of the day, but you better have it nice and tidy by dinner. And that's exactly what we had today. That first video clip was 50 minutes or so after the plane hit the building. By 90 minutes into it, the NTSB was already out saying they knew. They knew that it was intentional. They knew it was a disgruntled pilot who lit his house on fire and then flew his plane into a complex that had an IRS office in it because he was anti-government. By lunchtime, we learned that the freshly pulled off the internet manifesto indicated that he was upset by Big Brother government and bailouts that the government has been doing for the last couple years. So obviously it had to do with a type of Tea Party mentality. And if that's not enough, by dinner we have Glenn Beck flashing Medina's picture all over the television and then putting her on his chalkboard with the likes of Osama bin Laden and Timothy McVeigh, as well as a blanked out shadow picture of the pilot. Now, I don't even know what the hell he was trying to get at with that little presentation, other than if I didn't know, I would think this Medina lady, she must be a whacked out wacko, right? Because here she is, she's in and amongst some really heavy hitters, some really bad people. And what is she? She's a nurse. She's an RN with libertarian views running for governor in the state that the plane crashed in. How convenient. How tidy to tie her up with McVeigh and with bin Laden. Unbelievable to me. It's just unbelievable. Then, also, at about the same time, CNN Time comes out with a news article basically saying, I'll attach to this video at the end, you can look at it, basically saying that this guy's views is populist views that have been fermenting for the last year in this country, anti-government views. And if you go halfway down the article, you're going to see a highlighted link on how to start your own Tea Party. So here you got a tragedy that starts at right when you're drinking your morning coffee and ends up by the time you're polishing off your TV dinner. Case closed. Perfect little Law and Order episode. Unbelievable. That's all I got.